Hi guys, it's Miss Castro again. For today, you should have picked up two handouts from the table. You should have picked up one that looks like this, and your second one looks like this, called Ape Man. We're going to be using these today in class to take notes. What I want you to do is you're going to need scissors, and you're going to cut out on the solid black line around both of these papers. Please pause the video and continue when you're done. So I'm done cutting out my handouts. They should look something like this, and we are actually going to be gluing them into our notebooks. If you're in my class, you're going to glue this one with silicone on page 16, just like this. Remember, only a dot of glue in the corners. And then on page 17, you're going to glue your Ape Man. Do this now. Alright, so we are going to be filling out your notes. I am actually going to use mine with a protective cover so that I can rewrite for the rest of the day. But yours should be already glued into your notebook, and we're going to start with the top. The number up at the top. Now these are boxes that are found on the periodic table. If you look in the back of your notebook, we taped one down to the back of your notebook. Every single box is unique and belongs to a different periodic table. So the information in the box is unique to the element. It's like DNA. DNA is only unique to you. Okay, this one or this box belongs to the element silicone. So all the information in this box goes to silicone. We're going to start with the number up at the top, the 14. This is called the atomic number. Go ahead and label this in your notes. Okay, the atomic number identifies the element. It is unique to this element. No other element has 14. Then you have a series of letters. These are an abbreviation to the name. It is called the chemical symbol. So write this down in your note. You also have a number underneath the chemical symbol. This is called the atomic mass. And then you have the element name. The element name is the same as the chemical symbol. The chemical symbol is an abbreviation of the element name. Make sure you have this information, or pause the video and write this down. Okay, the next part of your notes should be on page 17 if you're in my class, is Ape Man, and I'm going to describe what this is. And you get this information from this paper that we already filled in. Okay, so I'm just going to put it next to my notes so that you can see. Ape Man is actually an acronym, and each letter stands for something that's going to help you remember how to find information. So the A in Ape Man is the atomic number. The atomic number is always going to give you or equal the number of protons. It will also equal the number of electrons. So this number in each box tells you that the atomic number is 14, but that this element also has 14 protons and 14 electrons. Get this in your notes. Alright, I'll fold this up so that you can see the other side. The ape, or the man part, stands for, the M is for the mass. So the mass is going to be subtracted or minus the atomic number. And that is going to equal the number of neutrons in an atom. So remember, elements have three parts. They have protons, neutrons, and electrons. And this, the man part, gives you how many neutrons that you have in each element. Go ahead and make sure you have this in your notes and pause the video if you need more time. All right. Also in your notes or in your notebook, we are going to be writing some notes on elements. On page 18, you need to know that elements are the building blocks of all substances. Elements are a pure substance that cannot be broken down into simpler substances. A little bit of background information about elements is that we have about 90 naturally occurring elements. Some are named after people, places, or they're named after Latin or Greek names. And we had to develop a systematic way to write their symbols because we only have 26 letters in our alphabet. You need to make sure you copy this down on page 18. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Okay, so when we name elements, we actually have three simple rules. Rule number one is all of the symbols have to be in print. The symbols, these right here. All symbols have to be in print. There's no cursive. Rule number two is if there is only one letter, that letter is always a capital letter. For example, the H, capital letter H, is used for hydrogen. Okay? And rule number three, if there are two letters, the first letter is a capital letter and the second letter is a lowercase letter. Example, helium. You have capital H and lowercase e. Same thing with your example in your notes. For silicone, there's a capital S and a lowercase I. Three simple notes. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video and copy that down. If you have not finished your vocabulary definition, make sure you get that done as well. Thank you.